Good afternoon. We'll now start. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to this pep talk. Please mute yourself, but always show your video pictures. Sign in your name, your Facebook account, or email address in the chat box. Please include names of companions attending with you. Use the chat box to ask questions and make comments while the pep talk is on. There will be group pictures at the start and end of the pep talk. A reminder is to take the online learning evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate. The link has been placed in the chat box. This is a picture of the certificate that will be given out for the OLETE passers. Another reminder, 50 OLETE certificates will entitle one mentee or participant to a free voucher for RO Hoson telemedical consultation. I'd like to make another request. Those who are not planning to take the OLETE, in which I ask for a feedback to my pep talk, please type in your feedback in the chat box in the Zoom apps during the open forum and before we separate ways, we part ways. Thank you. Now let's have a group picture before we start the pep talk proper in 2 minutes. Okay. Ready? Everybody's ready. One, two, three. I have a patient empowerment program in which I like to empower the lay people or patients to take control in the management of their health. There are 3 courses in the pep talk. I completed the core course on October 9, 2021. From October 23, 2021 onwards, I have been tackling health disorder and health issue courses. This may take 3 years or longer, depending on the enthusiasm of the participants. My pep talk today is entitled Swallowing Fruit Seeds, Cause or No Cause for Alarm. The empowerment objective is for the lay people to have an understanding whether swallowing fruit seeds is a cause or no cause for alarm in their health management. The contents of this pep talk will be the following. What are fruit seeds? What are the different types of fruit seeds? What are the concerns on swallowed fruit seeds? What are the general advisories on eating and swallowing fruit seeds? And what are RO Hoson's advocating statements and advice on swallowing fruit seeds? So what are fruit seeds? Fruit seeds are seeds in a fruit or fruits. I will not give you the biological definition of fruits. It's so technical. So I'll just simply define fruit seeds are not part of the are not the fleshy parts of the fruits. Okay, this is as simple as I can define fruit seeds. What are the different types of fruit seeds? Fruit seeds are of various types in terms of 1, edibility, meaning whether it's fit or unfit to be eaten, whether it contains nutritious and health benefits, whether it contains poisons, okay, That's as amygdalin, which can produce cyanide. And then in terms of size, whether it's small, minute, or large. And then in terms of configuration, whether it's round or not round, whether the edges is smooth or sharp. Okay. So fruit seeds, edible fruit seeds are those which can be eaten, which are fit to be eaten, which can be eaten. So examples are those seeds in tomatoes, cucumbers, kiwis, pomegranates, blackberries, strawberries, and dragon fruits. So these are small seeds which are usually not hard, no sharp edges, and can easily be digested by the body. So these are the edible fruit seeds which can be eaten. Now for the non-edibility, meaning these are not recommended to be eaten. So examples will be seeds from the apples, oranges, mangoes, rambutan, avocados, santol, etc. So the non-edible seeds are usually big seeds and hard seeds which you cannot chew, and then with sharp edges and cannot be easily digested. Cannot be digested or cannot be easily digested. So what are the concerns on swallowed fruit seeds? The questions that can be asked, can we swallow all kinds of fruit seeds? If not, what fruit seeds can be swallowed or what should not be swallowed? And what are the potential ill consequences if we swallow fruit seeds which should not be swallowed? And what should we do when we swallow, usually accidentally, swallow fruit seeds which should not be swallowed? So the first question is, can we swallow all kinds of fruit seeds? So the answer is easy. No, no, no. You cannot swallow all kinds of fruit seeds. You can eat or swallow only fruit seeds which are known to be edible and safe. And then the rest, try to avoid and do not swallow as much as possible. So these are the edible fruit seeds again, which can be eaten. Seeds from tomatoes, cucumbers, kiwis, blackberries, strawberries, dragon fruits, etc. As I said, these are small seeds, not hard, no sharp edges, can easily be digested. Now, for those seeds which cannot be eaten or should not be swallowed will be seeds from apples, oranges, mangoes, avocados, santol. These are usually big seeds, malalaki, hard, matigas seeds, and with sharp edges and cannot be easily digested. What are the potential ill consequences if we swallow fruit seeds which should not be swallowed? So this is a myth. Seeds do not germinate in the stomach and grow plants. So there's really no cause for alarm if you swallow some seed. Okay. It does not germinate. Don't worry about that. Now, swallowing fruit seeds does not cause appendicitis. So the National Library of Medicine reports that out of 1,969 cases of acute appendicitis, they made a study on this, so that required surgery between 2002 and 2009. So 2,000 cases is many already. Only one patient was because of a fruit seed lodged in the appendix. So only one patient who was operated for acute appendicitis did they see a fruit seed lodged in the appendix. So with that finding, for me, my personal interpretation is that this does not automatically mean that the seed was the cause of the appendicitis. It's more of an incidental finding. But if this is true, then the seed causing appendicitis is really, really rare, less than 1%. Another study in 1988, it was reported that among 1,409 appendectomy materials, fruit seed was observed only in one of the cases. Again, 0.7%. Again, this does not automatically mean that the seed was the cause of the appendicitis. This is no cause for alarm. So eating those edible fruit seeds. Now, the other issue is whether swallowing fruit seeds can cause colonic diverticulitis. Diverticulitis are those pouches on the colon here. Okay. So there's a pouch there that seeds can go inside, can cause diverticulitis. That was the belief. Okay. So as in the past, people with small pouches, diverticula in the lining of the colon were told to avoid nuts and popcorn. It was thought that this food can lodge in the diverticula in the pouches, can cause inflammation or diverticulitis. The same principles as in acute appendicitis. But studies have shown that there is no evidence that these fruit seeds can cause diverticulitis. So again, there's no cause for alarm if you eat the edible fruit seeds, even the smaller ones. The other potential ill consequences will be possible ill consequence will be intestinal obstruction and intestinal perforation. So these are the two major ill consequences that we should be worried about. So can swallowing fruit seed cause intestinal obstruction? Let's start with that one first, obstruction. Yes, it can cause intestinal obstruction in two conditions that we have identified. Okay. The first condition is that there is a pre-existing andun na yung sakit, no? Disease in the gastrointestinal tract, like a tumor, like this one, which narrows the lumen already of the intestine. So with swallowed fruit seeds, especially those which are big, hard, and plenty, so complete obstructions can occur. So it will trigger complete obstruction. Initially, there is already a narrow or incomplete obstruction caused by the pathology, by the disease, by the tumor. Okay. Pag nag-swallow pa ng large seeds, lalong makokompleto yung bara. No? Okay. Now, the other condition in which swallowing fruit seeds can cause intestinal obstruction, there is no pre-existing disease in the gastrointestinal tract that narrows the lumen. So kanina, yung first condition, may sakit, merong isang medical condition that narrows the lumen, but this time, it's also possible that intestinal obstruction can occur with big, hard seeds. Kahit na walang pre-existing disease, it can happen. So this is an illustration, yung mga case reports, bihira lang naman. Okay, usually yung mga lasing, o kaya yung mga mentally ill patients, no? They just swallow. Okay, so this is a case report of a 15-year-old Japanese male who swallowed a peach seed, from peach fruits. Okay, so ito yung seed. It shows before the operation, intestinal obstruction. Nakikita niyo yung dilated intestines. Okay, that's the X-ray picture of intestinal obstruction. And then when they did a CT scan, they were able to identify that seed, that peach seed there. Ito. Okay. So this is the intraoperative findings. Ito yung buto, peach seed, that causes the intestinal obstruction. So what was done was just to, this is in the small intestine, mukhang ayaw na dumaan, no? So what they did was just to make an opening here and then just remove the seed, and then saw the intestinal wound again, no? Another patient, reported patient, from Laos, okay, male, who ate the wild banana seeds. No, I don't know whether we have this in our country. Okay.
Yes.
Meron, we have. Okay. So wild banana seeds. So kinain niya, Okay, so he presented in the emergency room with intestinal obstruction, abdominal pain, distension of the abdomen, and on X-ray, again, you can see those distended intestine. And on operation, ayun, nakita ito yung mga kumpol-kumpol na buto ng banana seeds. Okay, so this was the picture of the banana seeds that was taken out from that portion of the intestine. Again, what was done was, at least hindi pa pumuputok ito. So naagapan, so binuksan lang yan, and then tinanggal lang yung seeds, and then tinahid ulit yung bituka. Okay. So, all went well, but they reported this as an unusual case. Another patient, Sri Lanka, male. Mango seed. Makalasing ito. Okay, it's 40 years old. Okay. So again, it shows intestinal obstruction, dilated yung mga small intestines. No? And then when they did a CT scan, yun, na-identify nila, ayun, yung mango seed. So they probably asked the patient, anong kinain mo just before this? No? Kasi sabi niya, hindi niya maalala kasi lasing siya. No? Okay. So ito yung mango seed. Okay. Again, it just caused obstruction. It did not cause perforation. Okay. So it was just removed through an operation. How about santol seed? Ito, how about in the Philippines? Kanina, yung mga case reports na nakita ko, Sri Lankan, Japanese, no? And then Laos. No? Nahanap ko kung meron sa Pilipinas. No? So the only report that I saw, okay, this one was not operated on just based on X-ray. No? So patient presented with abdominal pain and then distension of the abdomen, no? After swallowing a lot of santol seeds. No? Then in X-ray nila, okay, so nakita niyo itong dilated small intestine. So that's an objective evidence of obstruction ng bituka. So when they did a CT scan, nakita nila itong mga buto ng santol. Okay, so I think this was eventually passed out, lumabas din. Okay, so hindi siya na-operahan, lumabas din. Pero it has, these seeds cause obstruction. So this is in Manila, no? Okay, 41 Filipino male. So na-document through an X-ray. Hindi siya na-operahan. So the other concern with swallowed fruit seed is perforation, yung binubutas. No? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. But if you read if you look at the internet, lalo na yung mga reports from the Western countries, wala silang nire-report ng perforation and even obstruction. So they generalize it's safe to eat any kind of fruit seeds as long as it's edible. Okay. Pero wala siyang sinasabi na that there are reports of intestinal obstruction and perforations. No? So they're not aware of the cases that we see in other countries. Okay. So in the Philippines, we have these cases. In Bangkok, we have seen these cases. That I was able to see one case from China. Okay. So before I present sa China, the question is, can swallowing fruit seeds cause intestinal perforation? Yung pinuputok, no? Yung bituka. Yes. Okay. So the answer is yes. Documented ito. Okay. So this is so, especially if these seeds are big and hard and with sharp edges. Pag na-digest na yung fibers along the surrounding the seed, matitira na lang yung sharp edges, di ba? Okay. Ito yung case report from China. Okay. So 88 years old Chinese female swallowed the jujube seed. This is the ng jujube seed. Ito yung actual part. And then this is the seed, ng sharp edges. Okay. So ito yung Ito yung perforation of the sigmoid colon. When you say sigmoid colon, it's the large intestine on the lower part of the body. Yung pinakadulo na, yung pababa na doon, papuntang puwet. No? Okay. So, nag-perforate siya. Ito nire-retrieve nila yung buto. Somebody unmute, somebody unmute. Nare-retrieve yung nag-ano. Okay. And then, about santal seeds. Okay. The santal seeds, it can cause intestinal perforation. That's a fact. There were reports kasi yung santal seeds usually popular yung mga Bangkok santal seeds, di ba? Okay, so there were reports of perforation caused by santal seeds, by Bangkok santal seeds from Thailand in 2001. And then I started reporting on that in the Philippines because when I was the chairman of the Department of Surgery, tinanong ko yung isang presidente, yung doktor, surgeon, ano yung cause ng perforation? Bakit may santol? So tinanong ko, is it meron bang pre-existing disease? Baka may mga sakit dun sa bituka at nag-cause ng perforation. Sinabi niya, sabi ko, sigurado ka because this is reportable. First time na narinig ko na pinuputok yung bituka ng santal seeds without any disease in the colon. So sabi niya, sigurado ho, no? Wala akong So from then on, I started reporting this. No? So 2001 up to the present. No? This shows the segment of the large intestine. No? Usually the sigmoid colon. Ito yung butas. Okay. Ito yung santal seed. Nagfo-float na yun doon sa abdominal cavity. Usually, pag pumutok yan, bacteria will spread throughout the abdominal cavity and then that will cause sepsis or infection, generalized infection. Eventually, kung di maagapan ng infection, you can die that infection. So this is another example of maraming santal seed. No? Okay. It causes some of them perforated already. No? Ito kasi may mga infection, may mga nana sa labas. No? Okay. Pero ito may yung wala na yung fibers, natitira yung skeletal part of the buto, no? Matalas. Diba? Ito, masarap ito, yung mga fibers na yan. No? Pero pag nabalatan na yan, naubos na yan, matitira ito. Usually when it reaches the large intestine, wala na yan eh. Nadidenude na siya. No? Yung natitira, yung mga sharp edges. So in 2001, sabi ko nga, I discovered that swallowed santal seeds can cause intestinal perforations. Especially nakikita ko yung pattern in elderly persons. So there was one barangay chairman who was about 84 years old. Talagang maganda pang isipan niya, kaya siya naging barangay chairman. And one day, nag-swallow siya ng santal seeds. No? And eventually, he died from it. So sabi ko, sayang. No? Just to die of santal seed perforation. So usually mga 50, 60, 70, 80 and above yung mga pasyente na may perforations, no? But probably because of weakness of the wall of the intestines, no? So usually nasa distal colon, there's the lower part of the colon, yung malapit na dun sa puwet, no? Even in the absence of a pre-existing disease, kahit na wala. So doon ako na-alarm, kaya naisipan ko to report on this. No? Kung merong disease, existing disease, understandable, di ba? So I don't have to report it. But when I discovered that santal seeds can cause perforation even without pre-existing disease, sabi ko, delikado yata ito, no? At sayang, di ba? It's not worth dying from that. No? So I made this poster, buto ng santol, huwag lunukin, nakakamatay. Matalas at ang kabilang dulo, nakakabutos ng bituka. Usually, maoperahan pag pumutok, no? So magkakaroon ng colostomy. Usually colostomy ang baksak na muna, no? Just usually hindi mo pwedeng buksan lang yung bituka, tanggalin ang buto at itatahi mo. So you have to resect, no? So may colostomy which will make, if the patient survive this first operation, he will need another operation. Isasara yung colostomy, no? So when you have colostomy, dudumi ka sa tiyan. So I said, sayang ang buhay kung mamamatay ka lang sa santol. So beware of santol seed perforate swallowing. They can cause premature death. Hindi ka pa umaabot ng 70, namatay ka na. Di ba? Premature death, and then by perforating the intestine. This poster has been there since 2001. Okay. So from 2001 up to the present, 2022, that's 21 years now. While I was preparing this pep talk, okay, I asked around, no? Sa 2017, actually meron pa, di ba? There was still report, ito, 2017. A resected rectosigmoid colon. I reported this in 2017. 57 years old Filipino, operated on August, showing perforation of the santol seed. See the 4 seeds, apat, no? Then this was shared to me by a Dr. Benjamin De Pesa. Okay, this is in a hospital in public hospital in Manila, not in Hospital Manila, probably I forgot the name. That Andres Bonifacio. Okay, so. But at the same time, there were 2 cases operated in Hospital Maynila in July to August. So 2017, meron pa. So I just continue on with my advocacy, telling the public not to swallow santol seeds. No? So from 2001, 2017, meron pa. Okay. 3 weeks ago, when I was preparing this one, tinanong ko ulit yung Hospital Maynila. No? Meron ba kayong nakitang santol seed during the pandemic? Meron daw ho. Okay? So, meron pang mga 2 kaso. No? Okay. So, that means, dyan pa rin yung problema natin. Di ba? Pumuputok yung mga bituka because of santol seed. So, I really don't know why people swallow santol seeds. You might want to tell me why, if you swallowed santol seed, bakit kayo nagsaswallow? I really don't know why. Sarap o ano. Okay. So the reason may be accidental or intentional because of some satisfaction derived from swallowing santol seeds, or with the thinking that, hey, lalabas din naman yon, no? Okay, wala mong problema, masarap eh. Whatever be the reason, I advise the public not to swallow santol seeds if they want to avoid the complications that may result from swallowing, if they want to avoid an operation, and most important of all, if they want to avoid a premature, unnecessary death. Now, patients have died from perforations, which can cause peritonitis. Peritonitis means may kumalat na yung mga bacteria into the abdominal cavity, and then sepsis because of late diagnosis. Usually late ang diagnosis kasi hindi po masyadong alam ng mga doktor, no? At yung mga pasyente, sabi na, parang baliwala sila kung may kinain lang sila. They assume that wala namang problema with swallowing santol seed. Kaya hindi nila sinasabi sa doktor, I swallowed santol seed ho. Baka yun ang cause. So they don't usually tell the doctor. So when the doctors, and then not all doctors are also aware of these complications. They are usually late diagnosis. So as I said, okay, ito yung aking advocacy caratula, tarpaulin. And then, so what should we do when we swallow fruit seeds which should not be swallowed? Yung dapat di swallow natin. So if you accidentally swallow fruit seeds that should not be swallowed, number 1, dasal na lang. Pray and hope nothing bad happens to you. Okay? It will not cause obstruction. They will not cause perforation. And pray and hope that the seeds pass out through your wet through your anus. Okay. Honestly, majority will still be passed out spontaneously. Okay, when you swallow santal seeds, but you don't know kung kailan sila magkakaroon ng complication. No? So those that will pass out usually are those with few seeds and then young patients, usually young patients. Nakakalabas pa yun. No? Pero kung masyadong marami na at matanda ka na, no? baka mag-perforate. No? Especially santal seeds. No? So after that, pray and hope, and then after that, observe your abdomen or belly closely for abdominal pain and indistension. So this is for possible obstruction and then also for perforation. Kasi pag pumotok, lalaki rin yung bituka mo because of hindi gumagalaw yung bituka mo because of the infection. So if increasing in pain and distension, consult a surgeon right away. So the best person is to consult is a physician. The best physician to consult will be a surgeon who will diagnose you kung kailangan mo na operahan or hindi pa, closely observe. No? So the surgeon will decide what to do, observe closely, do diagnostic tests kung kailangan, then operate or just observe. No? So hindi lahat ng swallowed santal seed na kaso ay kailangan operahan because baka with prayer and hope that baka lumabas pa. No? Kaya lang, importante, babantayan. No? Okay. Para kung sakaling pumutok, may malaking chance na puputok, operahan na kagad. No? Para not too late. And after that, monitor. For you, you have to monitor your poo, yung tae mo, to check if the swallowed seeds come out already. Pag lumabas na, ay, salamat, sasabihin mo, no, nakaligtas na ako. No? Okay. So what are the general advisories on eating and swallowing fruit seeds? Number one, eat, swallow only fruit seeds which are known to be edible and safe. The rest, kung di ka sigurado, avoid and do not swallow as much as possible. So eat only those which are edible. So these are the samples that I showed you earlier. Small seeds, not hard, no sharp edges, can easily be digested. And then avoid all the seeds which are not edible. Okay, hindi mo makakagat na talaga, no? Okay. So usually big seeds, hard seeds cannot be digested. Then if you accidentally swallow a non-edible fruit seeds and those that are notorious to cause obstruction and perforation, pray and hope, observe your abdomen, monitor your poo to check if the seeds have already been passed out. So ito yung for us in the Philippines, this is what I want to emphasize, okay? As of 2002, ito pa rin advisory ko, okay? Swallowing santal seed is a cause for alarm in the Philippines. Okay? Yan lang so far ang alarming among all the santal seeds. No? Kasi it occurs, ang estimate ko, I'm presently doing a study kasi wala tayong local data how frequent. No? Okay. So in 2001, I made a rough estimate. Probably we have about 200 cases. Nag-extrapolate lang ako based on the number of hospitals in the Philippines, provincial hospitals who have the capability of operating. So sabihin natin mga 70 hospitals in the Philippines all over the country at kasi yung pagkain ng santol, it's all over the country also. So let's say there are 1 to 2 or 3 cases per year. So 1 to 2 or 3 times 70, mga 200 cases per year in the Philippines. No? Okay. So yan ang estimate ko. But last week, I talked to somebody. So I want to ask the Society of the General Surgery to make a study. No? Para ma-bring up, kasi up to now, may pumuputok pa rin. Sayang. No? So I hope ang nakaka-pick up lang dito sa aking advocacy are sila Willie Ong, si Ed Gonzalez, no? Jimmy Tan, yung mga si Rafi Castillo, no? Okay, so those are the doctors, journalists, but the Department of Health has not picked it up. No, okay. So I don't know when they're gonna pick it up. So probably I have to show them the data now. So I will ask the society because they have connections. They have a networking of 100 hospitals in the Philippines. So I'll just ask for data. How many cases of Santos seed perforations or obstructions do you have per year? So we can calculate the number. No? Okay. So again, for the past 22 years, still the same. So wag kayo lulunok ng Santos seeds. No? Okay. Kahit na anong edad, but particularly pag matanda kayo, wag kayo lulunok. No? Okay. So summary and takeaway, what are fruit seeds, different types, concerns on swallowed fruit seeds, general advisories, and then what are my advocating statements and advice on swallowing fruit seeds. Okay. I'm going to emphasize, put more focus on the santol seeds. Okay. So takeaway in relation to patient empowerment, be always in touch with reliable medical information on swallowing fruit seeds in general. Knowledge is power. It gives power. Use the 4 Ks of patient empowerment: kaalaman, kakayanan, karapatan, and kapangyarihan to gain greater control over decisions in swallowing fruit seeds and what can be swallowed and what should not be swallowed. So with that, I end my pep talk today. Swallowing fruit seeds, cause or no cause for alarm. I hope I have answered the question. And then I hope I have empowered you to have a better understanding whether swallowing fruit seeds is a cause or no cause for alarm in their health management. So with that, let's have a picture taking. But before that, reminder, please take the Olete, and then 50 Olete certificates, 1 voucher. And then please put your feedback on the chat box. And then let's now have a group picture taking. Okay. Already. 1, 2, may pahabol pa. 1, 2. Yan, pahabol. Endless love. Seni. Habol ka, Seni. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The floor is now open for questions, reactions, sharing of experience. How many have swallowed Santos seed? At walang nangyari? Wala naman tumubo. Walang tumubo na santol sa katawan ninyo. How many have known people who have swallowed Santos seed and then got operated on? Meron? Wala? Let's have a show of hands. Lahat ba kayo? Ano, I mean, have you swallowed Santos seed before?
Yes, doctor.
Doctor.
Meron. Ilang taong, at what age, Perla?
Nung bata-bata pa ako, doktor.
Okay.
Pero yung native na santol, not the Bangkok. Native.
Okay. Pero ako, nowadays, I don't differentiate whether it's native or Bangkok. No? Basta santol seed, kahit na native siya, matalas pa rin yun, di ba? Tama? Matalas pa rin. So, kahit na native or Bangkok, don't swallow anymore. No? Okay.
Opo, hindi na.
Hindi na. Okay. So, ang gagawin nyo lang nyo, sip-sipin. When you sip-sip naman, kung masarap, basta make sure nakabaw kayo pababa. Huwag yung pag-ganon.
Mm.
Baka dumulas eh. Di ba? Pag nakagano kayo, baka malunok ninyo without really intending to swallow, no? Accidental, no? Okay. So,
At saka doktor, yung saging na may mga buto-buto, meron kami nun eh, maraming buto na saging.
meron? Okay.
Opo, ginagawa namin yung nilalamas namin ng asin, tapos nilalagyan namin ng suka. Paghilaw pa.
Okay.
Opo.
So malalaki
Pero
ba yung buto nun? Ako, I'm not seen that.
malalaki doktor, parang punong-puno nga ng buto yun eh. Pag hinog nga, kinakain nga namin yun eh, matamis.
Aha.
Oo, mayroon sa amin yun. Ang tawag sa amin yung balayang.
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 Okay.
Opo.
So, but at least in the Philippines, wala pang report niyan, no? Yung report na yun sa Sri Lanka ba yan, o sa Laos, no? Ganon. Dito wala pa, no? Yung ordinary banana, yung kinakain natin, yung dilaw, yung mga ganon, malilit lang yung mga buto nun, di ba? Edible.
Pa isa-isa lang. Mayroon pa isa-isa.
Pa isa-isa. Okay.
Opo.
So, that's good. Any more sharing of experience? So, anong gusto niyong gawin? Hindi na kayo, you won't buy santol?
Kumakain pa rin.
Kumakain pa rin. Okay. So, kung kakain kayo, huwag niyo lulutin.
Yeah. Pero kasi may santol na manipis yung seeds. And then when you swallow it, parang pwede naman. Kasi parang pag hindi mo na swallow, parang hindi mo naman ma-feel yung taste ng santol.
Yung maliit.
Yeah, may maliit na manipis.
Okay.
May
Okay.
ganun eh. Pero syempre yung malalaki, parang ang laki na rin naman no, para lumusot sa lalamunan mo. So I don't think it's still possible na lunukin
Hindi, nakakalusot yun. Yung mga malalaki, nakakalusot yun. Eh, yung mango lang nakakalusot.
Parang nakakatakot na
Nakakalusot
magbabara sa
yun.
lalamunan.
yung Bangkok, yung santol seed, ganun lang kalaki. Pero yung mangga, ang laki na, di ba?
Laki.
Papasok din yun.
Laki.
Okay. Papasok yan kahit na anong, probably hindi papasok lang yon pag yung mga avocado seed, malaki na, di ba?
Ay, ang malaki.
So, magbabara yun sa esophagus pa, no? So, that's
Yeah,
one
parang
form.
babaras dito.
Pero hindi. Makakababa siya, nagdi-distend yung esophagus eh. Nagdi-distend yan, itutulak niya, no? Pero pagdating dun sa may junction ng esophagus and stomach, baka hindi na siya makakalusot. Kung makalusot siya, parang yung mangga, minsan kasi distensible yung mga sphincter ng katawan ng intestine, bumubukaan, no? Okay. So pagdating dun sa another area, dun sa small intestine, dun sa junction between the small and large intestine, may valve doon, baka dun hindi siya makakalusot, no? Okay. Pero yung santol seed, makakalusot yun because of that size. Kaya yung kadamihan, yung pumuputok, yung nakadaan na hanggang sa large intestine, pababa na eh. Kasi pagdating sa large intestine, nakain na yung mga fibers, di ba? Na-digest na. Kaya natitira, yung buto lang, matigas yun. Matigas yun. No? So yan ang puputok ng bituka. No? Okay.
Yung atis din, di ba? Parang ang hirap-hirap kainin ng atis na kung hindi mo siya ilalagay sa bibig mo,
Oo.
syempre may buto. Yun,
Oo.
minsan nakakalusot ang isa.
Yeah. Kung minsan nakakalusot, kaya sabi ko, kaya sa lecture ko, if you accidentally swallow, but as much as possible, do not. No? Okay. Try your best not to. Parang tinik na rin yan eh, di ba? Pag kumakain ka ng isda, try your best, huwag mo isasama yung tinik, di ba? Okay, just think of that. Kung tinik, kung nakaswallow kang tinik, nako, ang laking problema pag nag-stick doon sa throat mo, di ba? So usually pupunta ka pa sa emergency room, kukunin yung tinik, di ba? Okay. So ganun din sa mga fruit seeds, no? Pag matigas, avoid swallowing it na. Okay. So any more?
Libre, wala na.
Ano pang mga tanong ninyo? Mga ano? So would you like to help me tell the other your friends not to swallow santol seeds? Yun lang, kahit na santol seeds lang, palagi ko the others are usually walang problema eh. No?
Malaki kasi yung santo.
Oo. Saka up to now kasi may report na nahihinayang ako kasi mamatay na lang doon, no? Sa santol, no?
How true is yung buto ng kamatis nakaka-cause ng appendicitis? Is it true?
No, it's not.
Maliliit kasi no.
Yeah, it's not. Usually naman yung butas ng appendicitis maliit nga, no? Maliit nga. So kung pumasok 'yan, kung minsan lumalabas naman 'yan eh. Palabas-pasok 'yon, no? Okay. So usually that's not. Kaya yung reported ng 1,000 cases is a series, only one lang nakita nila may buto, yung maliliit na buto. So, but it doesn't mean that was the cause of the appendicitis. Pero since hindi nila masabi kung cause or not cause, sabi nila, okay, tanggapin natin it's a cause, but it's very, very rare. No?
Yeah, kasi
0.7.
maliliit siya.
Oo, maliliit, no? Okay. I suppose you have been eating kamatis, di ba? Wala namang problema, di ba? Okay.
Eh, yung buto ng bayabas, doktor, hindi rin nakaka-appendicitis yun. Matutigas
Hindi,
yun.
huwag yung matakot yung ano. That's why sabi ko, it's a myth, no? So yung mga malilit na buto, it does not cause appendicitis, no? Yung mga diverticulitis, hindi rin, no? Okay.
Tinatanggal ko kamatis pag
Ano?
natanggal ko yung buto ng luluto ako yung kasi sabi nga nila nakaka-appendicitis.
Ay, hindi.
Pero ngayon, hindi na.
Kung nasasarapan ka. Pero maliliit lang yun eh. Makakalusot yun, makakalusot yun. Na, okay. So, but as much as possible, kung matigas na matigas, huwag mo nang ilunukin. No? Tsaka kung duda ka, no? Huwag na lang. No? Okay. So, any more? So we still have 4 minutes. Santol.
Guayabano.
Guayabano, malaki. Malaki yung guayabano, di ba? Malaki yung buto nun. Guayabano.
Minsan,
Sip-sip lang, di ba yung guayabano, sinisip-sip lang yan.
Tsaka medyo parang matalas ang edges ng guayabano.
matalas.
Oo.
So,
Parang matalas ang edges.
pero maraming fibers din yun, pulp, di ba? Maraming pulp. So bakit hindi sinaswallow ng mga, may nagsaswallow ba noon, guayabano?
Wala. Wala
Don't
naman
think so.
Natatanggal naman yun.
Kasi natatanggal naman yun eh.
Oo.
Mas madali pa nga siyang matanggal kesa sa atis. Kasi minsan ang atis yung fibers niya talaga nakadikit. Pero pag sa gayubano, natatanggal talaga siya.
Natatanggal. So wala tayong narinig na mahilig mag-swallow ng guayabano seed.
No, I don't think so. Santol. Santol talaga.
Bakit naging uso ganon?
Ewan ko, parang kasi yung santol, lalo na yung maliliit na maninipis na buto, parang maganda siyang ilunukin. Parang hindi masarap ang santol pag hindi mo nilunok yun. Pero syempre pag malaki na, nakakatakot na yun.
Masarap kasi yung laman nun nakapaligid sa buto.
Ay, yung laman.
Opo, mas
Yung fiber niya.
Hindi, yung fiber, hindi ba sip-sipin lang? Kundi, baka
Meron
hindi-
pa din siyang natitira.
Okay.
Lalo na din sa maninipis na buto, yung manipis na maliit siya.
Okay. So kung may di ba, yung santol seed, sipit mo, sip-sip, di ba? Kung medyo tuyo na, so may natitira pa, di ba? O may matitira, bakit mo lulunukin? Kasi pag nilunok mo na, wala ka nang malalasahan, di ba? So, wala ka nang malalasahan kasi nalunok mo na eh. Ang malalasahan mo na kung nasa bibig pa lang, di ba? Okay. So yun.
Pero yung sa maliliit, masarap siyang lunukin. Hindi mo siya uubusin, yung fiber, hindi mo siya uubusin para ang tendency mo is to swallow it. Kasi lalo na pag matamis.
Okay. Pero ano yon, malambot lang yon, yung maliliit. Malambot.
Yes. Malambot lang siya.
Okay. Sige. So help me in the Perla, ano pa? Anong sasabihin mo, Perla?
Yung rambutan, doktor, meron ding buto yun eh.
Oo.
Malaki
Sinaswalo
siya.
ba ninyo? Sinaswalo?
Hindi naman. Kaya lang minsan parang pag hindi ka maingat na pagkain yun,
Dudulas.
tulas po yun. Kaya dapat maingat na rin po yun eh.
Oo.
Masok
Okay.
sa kasi malaki.
Pero kadalasan yung sa rambutan, nadidetach mo na lang from the seed, di ba? Kadalasan. Okay. But may mga rambutan na nakadikit din, di ba?
Pag hindi na siya fresh masyado. Pero when it comes from the tree, pag kinain mo, natatanggal talaga siya.
Okay. Sige. So I hope you can help me in my advocacy. Wag tabi mga kamag-anak nyo, sa kaibigan nyo, huwag mag-swallow ng santol seed. Okay? Pwedeng sipsipin, no? Okay. At kung sisipsipin, nakabaw. Nakabaw. No? Okay. So, there are no more questions. We'll call it a day. It's 3 o'clock. Okay, so next topic, next week, we will be talking about patient-centered care management. No? Patient-centered care management. No? So, I'm still preparing for that lecture. No? Okay? So, we call it a day. So we'll see it. We'll see each other next week again. Na? Okay. Sige. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Doc.
Bye. Happy weekend.
Good night.
Ingat po.
Ingat.
Bye-bye everyone.
Bye.